Hello and welcome back to the Bluayado channel. It's Friday, the end of the month, October 31st, Halloween for people who celebrate it. And we're going to talk about gold prices and the prospect of a Fed cut again in December because I have some very important information for you. We got two more weekly payers coming up, which is related to this. So, first of all, I'm looking at the Wall Street Journal and they want to talk about gold rises. Gold price is rising. Any of you guys who picked up coins as inheritances from grandpas or fathers that was far sighted to buy physical gold or have gold held somewhere and your original price is like 1,000 to 1,500 an ounce, you got a good price because now it's $4,000 and you guys are so farsighted that you guys just knew what to do. I did buy three coins only because they are very expensive when I bought them. I got three coins at $1,200 each. That's about an ounce. But now they're worth 4 grand. So that's good. But I'm not selling because if you read the Wall Street Journal, it's up 4.4% now. It was all the way up to 4,032. And they foresee that it has a monthly gain set of 4% each month going up. So this thing can really skyrocket. Gold can really make a difference. And that's what's the main part of this article. Obviously, Wall Street Journal, you got to pay for the article. So I only got the first paragraph here. But yeah, it's supposed to have a Fed rate cut coming up in December. Um, Another 0.25% is supposed to come down. That's always good for people who are shopping for cars, who need a loan, and people who are refinancing the mortgages or just getting into a home mortgage. That will be good news for you. Obviously, the adverse is that it's no good for people who are saving money. So your savings account rates will drop when the Fed rate drops as well. So two sides of a coin for that one. But let's look at this jumping price right now. Um, Gold is now 4,021. It's down 20. Silver is looking good too. Of course, I bought some silver coins also, and they were only $15 at that point, and now they're 49. So that's great for me. And you know what? Just keep it in a safe in your house and just let it go. Obviously, take them out, wipe them off. Make sure they're in a uh, safe place where they're not oxidizing and the look looks good. So this, check those coins and make sure they look good because they are worth a lot now. Keep them safe, which is what I'm saying. Keep them safe. Let your family know about it in case something happens. Lord knows this is a lot of money now. You don't want to lose them and just be lost in the house if something happens. These are gold coins and silver coins here. And if you have platinum and bought it, platinum is very expensive, so not that many people bought it. I do have one coin, but it's only a gram. So I don't know what the cost would be on that, but it's not high as much as I have gold and silver. I have more silver than I have gold, obviously. So anyway, this all roundabout way brings us to the new ones from Roundhill. We got two new ones from Roundhill weekly pairs. The Roundhill weekly pair ETF for GLDW is the S and what is this? I don't know what it is. Let me check what that is. That's GLGDX. No, that's the other one. GD GLD. What is that exactly? GLD. SPDR Gold Shares. All right, how much is that going for? Gold shares. Oh, it's expensive. All right, so they did the ETF on this, which is $368 a share. It's down today, but whoa, 52 week, $236 all the way up to 403. Obviously, this is spiking now because gold is up. So that's a big difference for the year here, from 236 all the way up to 403. That's good. And the next one that they're doing an ETF on is Van Eric Gold Miners ETF. GDX is the symbol in the stock market. GDX. What's that going for? $72. That's a lot cheaper. All right. So, oh, again, spike. Gold is doing great this year. Again, you guys, I did mention that China is buying up gold and putting their money back against the gold standard as backing. So that's probably what's going on. China is buying excessive amounts of gold. They're going to link back their money to the gold standard that we're not on anymore since 1971 when Nixon took us off. The money in US is not backed by anything right now. They are just printing. So, um China is buying excessive amounts of gold and going back on the gold standard, backing their cash. Their yuan, is that what they call it over there? Yuan is going to be backed by gold now. So they got something behind the money. It's worth something now. It's backed by gold. So the price range on this one is between $33 all the way up to $85, and now it's 72. So again, gold spiked this year. Got reasons for it. It's reasons for it. China is now backing their money with gold bars. So there you go. Now that's the two new weekly payers from Roundhill. Two choices. I don't know if it's good to be in a gold trust or gold miners, but the gold trust is more expensive. So I don't know. Let's see what they cost though. GLDW. What's the price on that bad boy? GLDW. Long Dollar Gold Trust. It's all right. So this came out yesterday and it's up. It's already $51.16. It goes these come out at $50. So yeah, only went up a dollar so far. Still a good time to get in. What's the other one? GDXW. 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 Uh, it's not really here yet. Roundhill Investment Weekly Pay. Uh, is it that new that we don't even have the symbol yet? So I don't think. Oh, here it goes. Didn't really say anything. Guess 51 though. Maybe it's not ready yet. It's so new. It's not really ready yet. So, uh, GDXW though. All right, so I might buy the first one because it's worth $300 for a stock, for the regular stock. This one went down to 49, up to 51.82. Who knows which one to buy, miners or the trust? Anyway, gold is the new thing to go to. Gold is going to be in your mind, in the market, and that's the two new ones. So now we have 113 new weekly pairs, and that's how we're starting the show. There we go. Now trading. Two paths to gold exposure. That's what they're talking about here. You can either do a trust or the miners. You can mine it or you can do a trust the gold. So either way, gold is in the news. Gold is happening, and Roundhill is picking it up. So that's that. Next, let's look at what do I owe you guys? Clip. Oh, you clip. Clip should be here now. Distributions and calendar for 2025. Yes, here. Okay, so X date was 10/30. Payday is today, 10/31, and it's 0.668229. So a little bit less than last month by fractions of it. So anyway, 0.668229 for clip. Then we got what else I owe you? Defiance. I never got an email, so we gotta go to the website. That's how it goes sometimes. I sign up for this email like all the time. It sends some, it sends, doesn't send some. These are under income, so I owe you the regular Nasdaq one. It's going for $25 now. 8,000 holders, 8 million holders. I mean, and what are we paying? Declaration date was the 29th, which was Wednesday. So 17 cents this week, 0.1709 for ticker QQQQY, which is NASDAQ coverage. Then we got IWMY, which is Russell 2000 coverage. It's going for $21. 7 million holders. And we're getting, what is it low? 0.1691 per share on this one. This is Russell 2000 coverage. Then we got the WDTE S&P 500 coverage. Oh, this is high. $33.12. Only 2 million holders on this one. Yeah, 20 cents. Okay, so 0.20112 on this one. 20 cents on that one. That was WDTE S&P 500. Then we got the USOY, which is the oil enhanced ETF. Ooh, it's down $7.11 here. 7 million holders. Same payment as the week before. Okay, 0.0855 per share on that one. And what else we got here? The gold one. Gold enhanced. This should be moving because, like I said, all things gold is moving. So this should be a pretty good price. Oh yeah, this is up because this was almost $10. It's up to 16 now, so that was a good one. And it still don't have a lot of holders yet. 1,000,007, $16.96. So gold coverage. What do we look like? That's 17 cents. So 0.1773 for this week on that one. So that is the Defiance ones that we missed. We didn't get an email on it for some reason. But thank goodness we could go to a website and get it. So that's Defiance. Next, let's look at Granite shares. So we don't need these things. We don't need. Oh, did I close my thing? I did. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, I did. Close my email. All right, not. All right, Matt. Yesterday, Matt. So yield boosts from Granite shares came out yesterday, Thursday, October 30th, and it's gonna pay on Tuesday, November 4th. So you had to buy these yesterday to get paid on Tuesday. Here we go. So first up is ticket NVYY, which is Nvidia. Is paying 0.44656 per share. That's 97.64% on the distribution rate. Then we got TLDW QQQ Y, and that's NASDAQ coverage, is paying 0.18142 per share, 18 cents on that one. That's 50, excuse me, take a halls right now. That's 50.21% distribution rate on that one. Then we got TSYY, which is Tesla coverage. It's paying 20 cents. So 0.20658 per share. And that's 141.34% distribution rate on that one. Then we got XBTY, which is Bitcoin coverage, paying 0.30906 per share. That's 102% distribution rate on that one. YSPY is S&P 500 coverage, is 0.19044 per share. This is up. This is a good price. And that's 50.82% distribution rate on that one. COYY is Coinbase coverage. It's paying 0.40815 per share. And that's a whopping 153.34% distribution rate on that one. AMYY is AMD coverage. That's 0.48815 per share. And that's 98.67% distribution rate on that one. AZYY is Amazon coverage. And that's 0.22502 per share on that one. 49.22% distribution rate. MTYY is MicroStrategy coverage, and that's 0.33370 per share, and that's 102.61%. There you go for that one. PLYY is Planeteer coverage, is 0.47115 per share. That's 100.37% distribution rate on that one. SMYY, Super Microcomputers, doing really good here. 0.61697 per share, 61 cents. 140.53% distribution rate on this one. HOYY, Robinhood coverage, is 0.60588 per share, 142.62% distribution rate on this one. BBY, Alibaba coverage. This is the newest one. And that's 0.47804 per share. 101.15% distribution rate on this one. And then we got FBYY, which is Meta. Facebook coverage here is 0.24897 per share. So that's that. Again, X date is today, the 31st. So you had to buy these yesterday on Thursday, and you're going to get paid on November 4th, which is a Tuesday. So there you go. Payment date is November 4th. And that's Yield Boost from Granite Shares. So that's it. We can look at a chart for a second here. Weekly payers, what do we look like? So yeah, we got two new weekly pairs. These are the gold ones. So we're up to 113 weekly pairs now that I know about. And it's getting longer. Getting longer. So that's what it is. Granite Shares Yield Boost. It's up to, yeah, it's a lot. How much is this? 14 of them. And then we got 21 for Roundhill weekly payers now. 21 of them for Roundhill weekly payers. 14 for Granite Shares Yield Boost. 42 individual stocks for Yield Max. And then they have the regular ones that's weekly here from Yield Max also, which is another 12. So 42 and 12 for EO Max. It's a lot. Um, well, numbers are growing. There you go. 113. All right. So that was the impasse. Let's get to what we're looking at for today. Today is the ones for Roundhill weekly payers. We're going to see what those new ones are paying. The four new ones we got last week, which were, what's the four ones we got last week? We got ARM last week. We got Alibaba last week. We got Costco last week. And we got Uber the week prior. And this is going to be their first payment on this list today. So let's see what they paid. Is it going to be good? Let's find out. So again, X date is 11/3, which is Monday. Payday is 11/4, which is Tuesday. So that means that you can buy any of these today and get paid on Tuesday. So let's look and see what we got here. Let's make it bigger, bigger, bigger. Is that too big? All right, let's go here. All right, that should be good. All right, let's start with alphabetical order. So AAPW, which is Apple, is 0.263529 per share. All right. AMDW, which is AMD, still good. 1.081962 per share. Awesome. This is good. Over $1 is always good. Then we got AMZW, which is Amazon, is 0.400631. 40 cents on that one. Oh, here's a new one. ARMW, which is ARM, is 1.170605. Oh, I'm glad I went back and bought this. I had to look it up. I was like, I don't know what this was. But yeah, I bought it. And yeah, 1.170605 per share. Okay. $1.17. AVGW, which is broadband, 0.641537 per share. Nice. Here's another new one. BABW, Alibaba. Oh, 97 cents. That's a good premiere. 0.974584 per share. 97 cents is good. BRKW, Berkshire B, 0.165605. This one is struggling. But it's so expensive. You really can't do anything, I guess, with a covered call on this. It costs so much. It's ridiculous. So there you go. COIW Coinbase coverage 0.650762 per share. All right. Oh, here's another new one. This one didn't premiere really well. COSW Costco. Costco is kind of expensive. What is it, like $1,000 each? So I guess 0.246361 per share on this one, Costco. GOOW Google L 0.567914 per share. Robinhood is still standing strong. HOOW Robinhood coverage 1.265126 per share. That's pretty awesome. METW, which is Meta, 0.407079 per share on this one. MSFW, which is Microsoft, 0.294269 per share. All right. MSTW, which is MicroStrategy. Is MicroStrategy struggling? I think they are a little bit. Just a little bit. 0.375394 per share on this one. NFLW, which is Netflix. Whoa, 10 cents. That's very low. Didn't see that in a long time. 0.103505 on this one. What's going on with this? MVDW, which is NVIDIA, 0.487345 per share on that one. PLTW, which is Planeteer coverage, 0.680297 per share. 68 cents on this one. I was going to say Pallady, but obviously we know that's Yield Max, not Roundhill. So PLTW. All right. TSLW, which is Tesla coverage, 0.434645. So 43 cents on Tesla. And lastly, the new one, Uber, is new too. So Uber UBEW, which is Uber coverage, is 0.776298. So that's that. I will be picking up one of those gold ones. I'll figure it out. Most likely, I'll do the trust one. I'll do the trust one. I'll be the SPDR one. But yeah, I'm going to pick up gold because gold is in the now right now. Obviously, the coins, like I said, grandpa, grandma, somebody passed those down and you just put them in a corner. You can bring it out now. And a lot of people back in the days were selling gold when it hit 2,000. And guys probably feel bad about it now that gold is 4,000. But yeah, remember when they had all those gold signs, we'll buy gold, we'll buy your gold. And those guys were racking up from your gold when it, reached 2,000. What are you going to do now? Like all that gold jewelry, all those gold chains from back in the days. All those rappers that had the real gold chains, not the fake ones, was in there cashing out those gold chains at 2,000, and now you can get $4,000 for these things now. Anyway, who knew to hold it that long? Guess only people who hold are people who don't need the money. So that's why the rich get richer. Poor people would never hold gold when they see a chance to sell it for 2 grand to think that it might go to 4 grand. It just won't happen because your life just doesn't let you do it. But like, other people who just put these coins in a shelf and lock them up who don't need to spend it will be the ones taking advantage of this right now because like me, I just, I put those things away. I probably look at them once a year. It's not like I'm looking at them every second. But now finding out that it's worth 4 grand, I'm very excited. So each of my 3 coins is like, 12 grand now, and I only paid 3,000. You can't get any luckier than that. So that's how you do it. Now let's look at what would you buy today? We can buy AMDW. You can check out the ARM one, AMW. That's $1.17. The Alibaba one is 97 cents, so that's not bad. BABW. What else is looking good here? HOOW is still looking good. HOOW. Anything else? Ooh. I guess the Uber one. UBEW. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not that many that look that great this week. Again, you can't be greedy. They can't pay out high numbers all the time. So, AMDW. $72.11. 75.31. This is close to the all-time high right now, so but it's been paying good consecutively for the last 3 weeks. It's been over $1, so that was a good sign for AMD. But it's very close to the high point right now. What does ARM look like? Okay, this is still pretty close to the entry point because this is new. So picking this up now is still a good deal. $51.40 on this one. And, highest it went to is 55 so far. $51 is a good entry point for ARM. So that's a good buy. BABW. 52.20. Well, it went up to $56. Wow. All right. 52. I guess this is a good price then. Paid good, and this is a good entry price, and this is fairly new. So yeah, there you go. The Alibaba one is looking good. HOOW 73. Wow, this went up a lot from yesterday. This is crazy. If you bought this yesterday, you got a deal. Today, not so good. 73.49. Yesterday was only $70.80. Ah, but the highest it went to is $86. Started out at 50 though. But this one definitely has been paying good since it came out. So, I mean, I guess you can get in. At least you didn't get in at $86. So, make your own decision on that one. It's kind of expensive. UBEW. Roundhill weekly pay. $53. Still got a chance on this one. Only went up $1 so far in the pre-market. It did just start. So highest went to is 53.63. It already passed the all-time high as of today. So people are buying this now. I guess you should get in before it goes up some more. See what happens. So that's that. That's the only ones that look good this week. One, two, three, four, five of them. That's all we got. Let's get to payday. All right. So we're in October. We're in the last week of October. We had 5 weeks this month. 5 weeks. Um, so we're gonna start with Yield Max Group 2. AMDY 120 shares at 23 cents is 27.85. AMZY 110 shares at 20 cents is 22.07. Appley 100 shares at 13 cents is 13.13. Babu 45 shares at 25 cents is 11.51. Coney 600 shares at 13 cents is $80.70. CVNY 20 shares at 72 cents is 14.52. Dre 5 shares at 33 cents is $1.67. FBY 100 shares at 15 cents is 15.67. GDXY. I gotta check out the price of that. I knew it was a reason why this went up, and obviously we know all the gold news is why this is up. Only bought 10 shares. I might have to up this. So GDXY, which is gold coverage and yield max, 10 shares at 14 cents is $1.41. Hui 30 shares at $1.34. This was a really good payout. $40.30 on this one. Marrow 55 shares at 33 cents is 18.57. Sold out of this. Misty 600 shares at 19 cents. I think this might be our number for Misty. Misty is down to $10 and change now. I am fretting on my 600 shares. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am fretting on my 600 shares. The cost basis looks crazy again. I'm glad I don't have my 1,090 shares anymore, but I'm still fretting on my 600 shares. Ah, anyway, $115.44. NFLY 100 shares at 12 cents. $12.04. MVDY 500 shares at 18 cents is $91.20. This is keeping the cost basis. Again, this came out at $20 as well as Misty. And this is still $16 and change. So you only lost $4. And it's been out a long time. You lost so much. You lost half your money on Misty right now. Even considering it came out at $20. It went up as far as like almost $50, but it came out at $20. So that's all I can say for that. Sold out of this, but it's making a comeback though. But I had sold out of it. Pallady 80 shares at $1.24. That's $99.71. PYPY, 45 shares at 13 cents is $6.25. RDYY, 10 shares at $1.03. This was a good one. $10.31. SMCY, 80 shares at 25 cents is $20.69. Snowy, 50 shares at 31 cents is 15.62. Um, XYZY, former square, is 110 shares at 15 cents is 16.59. Tesla, 175 shares at 11 cents is 19.74. And lastly, Ybit, 150 shares at 13 cents is $20.31. So, what did I get paid from Yieldmax Group 2? Survey says I made $675.27. Okay, that's what it is. Next, Yieldmax Group 1. Feet, 15 shares at 34 cents is $5.19. 5E, 10 shares at 24 cents is $2.40. YMAX, looking good. 170 shares at 19 cents is $32.96. YMAG, 30 shares at 13 cents is $4.04. LFGY, 20 shares at 58 cents is $11.74. GPTY, 10 shares at 32 cents is $3.25. SCTY, 10 shares at 22 cents is $2.22. QDTY, 10 shares at 27 cents is $2.71. LT, up my position again. Just because. LT 350 at 8 cents is 29.68. And Curve, NFLW, 10 shares at 55 cents is $5.50. EMX Group 1, $94.21. Curve, $5.50. Now we into Granite Shares Yield Boost. TSYY, 150 shares at 20 cents is $30.99. TQQY, 20 shares at 18 cents is $3.63. YSPY, 30 shares at 19 cents is $5.71. MVYY, 20 shares at 44 cents is $8.93. XBTY, 30 shares at 30 cents is $9.27. COYY, 50 shares at 40 cents is $20.41. AMYY, 10 shares at 48 cents is $4.88. AZYY, 10 shares at 22 cents is $2.25. PLYY, 10 shares at 47 cents is $4.71. MTYY, 10 shares at 33 cents is $3.34. HOYY, 30 shares at 60 cents is 18. SMYY, 30 shares at 61 cents is 18.51. And lastly, BBYY, 10 shares at 47 cents is $4.78. So from Granite Shares Yield Boost, I made $135.59 for the week. Defiance, IWMY, 60 shares at 16 cents is $10.50. QQQY, 60 shares at 17 cents is $1.25. MST, 60 shares at 10 cents is $6.31. USOY, 20 shares at 8 cents is $1.71. HIMY, 20 shares at 40 cents is $8.06. AMDU, 10 shares at 43 cents is $4.37. ETHI is 20 shares at 29 cents. It's 5.95. And these are the bi-weekly ones here. So QLDY 25 shares at 19 cents was the Monday payment. $4.80, and then 25 shares at 19.83 was the Thursday payment. $4.96. So you get paid every 3 to 4 days with these bi-weekly payments, and then these, you get paid every 7 days. So you can't say you don't get your money in time, right? You're definitely getting paid on time to be able to do something. $56.56 for Defiance. Then we got the last week's weekly pairs for Roundhill. TSLW 70 shares at 83 cents is $58.15. MVDW 50 shares at 47 cents is 23.66. PLTW 100 shares at 99 cents. That's $99.54. I try to get 100 of all these things, and that way it just looks better. But these things are expensive. It's not easy to get 100 shares at 50 bucks, so or more, $50 or more here sometimes. So COIW 105 shares at 46 cents is $48.80. AAPW 35 shares at 26 cents is $9.35. BRKW 10 shares at 20 cents is $2.04. HOOW 30 shares at 85 cents is $25.50. AMZW 25 shares at 32 cents is $8.20. METW 35 shares at 41 cents is $14.39. NFLW 30 shares at 29 cents is $8.77. Then we got AMDW 25 shares at $1.49. This was a really good payment for AMD. It's $37.28. AVGW 20 shares at 70 cents is $14.15. GOOW 20 shares at 57 cents is $11.49. MSFW 20 shares at 27 cents is $5.55. And lastly, MSTW 70 shares at 35 cents is 25.12. So for Roundhill weekly pairs, I made $392.01. Then we got Roundhill indexes, crypto, Magnificent Seven, and WePay. Whole combination Roundhill here. So QDTE 50 shares at 23 cents is $11.79. RDTE 50 shares at 24 cents is $12.26. YBTC 50 shares at 29 cents is $14.85. YETH 70 shares at 27 cents is $19.17. Maggie 10 shares at 36 cents is $3.67. And WePay 50 shares at 62 cents is $31.28. So that's $93.02. No, that's not right. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so $93.02. Okay, Rec shares. What do we got? Rec shares is struggling. That's why I didn't pick up more than 10 shares of these things because they're not paying that great except for MVII and TSII now. So MVII 10 shares at 27 cents is 271. MSII 10 shares at 7 cents, 77 cents. TSII 10 shares at 36 cents, 361, and COII 10 shares at 10 cents, $1.09. And that's $8. That's $8.17 for Rex shares. All right. Then we got Globex ticker BCCC 20 shares at 20 cents each. It's $4.01. X Funds, Nicholas Crypto Fund, ticker BLOX, 10 shares at 17 cents is $1.74. Then we had the monthly ones, NEOS, which is no nav erosion. SPYI, 10 shares at 52 cents is $5.27. QQQQI, 10 shares at 64 cents is $6.45. And IWMI, 10 shares at 57 cents is $5.70. We got $17.42 on that one. Then we had Bitwise, which is also monthly. Ticker IMRA, 15 shares at $3 is $45.19. Then we got ICOI, 25 shares at $3.93 is $98.39. IMST, 15 shares at $2.88 is $43.33. Then we had IGME, which is 10 shares at $2.77. So $27.77. What do we get from this? Oh, nice. $214.67. Awesome. Okay, Rex shares is also monthly. Ticket AIPI, 10 shares at $1.30 is $13.03. FEPI, $10 at $1.04. Nicely done. It's $10.41. CEPI, 20 shares at $1.49, $29.92 on that one. And we got $53.36 from Rex shares. Clip, we just got that. 10 shares at 66 cents is $6.68. SVOL coming in at the same here because we got 20 shares at 30 cents. That makes sense. $6 on that one. Then the stable coin CLM is actually, the price is going up on this. It's almost $8 now, so that's good. 100 shares at 12 cents is $12.24. ECCC, 200 shares at 14 cents is $28. GOF, 100 shares at 18 cents is $18.27. VTN, these are tax free in New York for all the New Yorkers here. This is tax free in New York. It doesn't pay high, but again, it's tax free money. You can't do anything about that. 425 shares at 6 cents is $29.11. And good, I increased it. 30 shares at 10 cents is $3. So altogether for the end of the month, the last week, I made $1,854.83, sending $370.97 to E-Trade, which I assume my rate will drop again. I'm down to 375 right now. It started off at 4 and change. Now my rate is 375. So in fact, I made less on more than 10 grand that I made that I made the month prior because rate dropped. And now I assume when they change the Fed rate again, it might actually go down to 350 or something. Who knows? Might be 3.5% annually now on the interest rate because that's what happens. So anyway, I'm left with $1,483.87, and I'm gonna take out $1,200 because I'm Christmas shopping early, so my credit card bill is kind of high. So that's what I'm doing. So $283.87 is left for reinvestment. Obviously, I spent more than that because I just picked up those 4 new ones from Roundhill, and I bought some more Ulti, and I did use margin. So what do we look like here? I got a $31 hit for margin because it's not excessive margin money like before. I used to a couple of, I was like over 15,000 before. Now I just got a couple of thousand. So I got a $31 hit for margin. I made 7,000 $823.94 this month. I took out a lot of money. I was buying some stuff this month. So $5,350 is going to my checking account. Reinvested $909.15, and I sent $1,564.79 to um, my now 3.75% savings account for taxes. And that's what I did. Obviously, I made a mortgage, which includes property taxes and insurance, and everything's in there. 903. It's only a condo, right? $903.90. My maintenance, which covers everything, the parks, the cleaning, garbage, which I don't have to separate my garbage. We just throw it in there. We pay somebody to obviously to separate it. But that is actually easier. I just gotta have one trash can in the house instead of like several, right? So that works out for me. And I'm paying for it. So there you go. PSSG was high this month. It's normally 60 something dollars, but it was way up. I think they estimated it, which I'm not happy about. So I had to make a call. And an Optimum, I didn't look at it, but I will be looking at it. But I really don't have a choice over here. We don't have no other options than Optimum over here, which is annoying. I don't want to get a satellite, but yeah, I might have to look into something else because they sneak in prices in here. Life insurance for whoever decides to get it. I do pay for it, so that's I've been having it for a long time. Probably paid for the policy at this point. And then my credit cards were on the high side this month, so 1350 on that. I'm gonna send an extra 250 to my condo payment, so that's that. And I sent 400 to savings in whatever category it ends up falling into. But anyway, I sent $400 to savings. So that's what I did. I did up one of these categories. I know I had said 950 for the week before on the fourth week, but I had end up changing it to 1,000. So I end up sending 1,000 to check in instead of 950 here because I saw my credit card payments was heavy duty. So I upped it. So yeah, if you see the video, it said 950, but I ended up sending 1,000, so I upped it. And that's that. So now let's look at the rates. The rates. So if we looked at all the weekly payments, the ones that change from weekly to change from monthly to weeklies here. So far for the month of October, all the ones that made it over $1 are in mustard color here. And out of the group one, a lot of people made it. Feet made it because obviously they had their monthly payment along with their weekly payments in there. 5E made it. Same thing. Had a monthly payment along with the weekly payments in there. LFGY did really well. Made $2.69 for the month. Nice. GPTY also made $1.71 for the month. QDTY made $1.33 for the month. So that's good. OT only made 45 cents for the month. But like I said, if you had 10,000 shares, that would be $4,500. And getting 10,000 shares of OT is only 50 grand. So, I mean, 50 grand to get $4,500 for the month is not too shabby. If you wanted to put your money into something, if that's more than what you have. If all you have is 50 grand, obviously I wouldn't do that. But if you have 50 grand to play with, you can put 50 grand in OT and get close to $4,500 a month. That could happen because it's been pretty consistent. And it's $5, right? So there you go. That works out. So there you go. That's for that. That's group one for Yield Max. Then for Defiance, who made it? IWMY made $1.10. HIMAX Y made $2.29. That's pretty good. AMDU, which I didn't even get the first payment out of that one. So yeah, $1.84 on this one. And ETHI made $1.13. The two biweeklies, actually together they made $1.36. So you made $1.36 on this one, and I didn't get the first payments because I came in after the fact. So it probably made almost $2 because like 40, it probably made $2 together, to tell you the truth. But I didn't get the first payment. I only could do what I got paid myself, so that's what I'm showing here. What I got paid myself is $1.36, but I did miss the first payments because I found out about the biweekly a little late. Then for Roundhill, who made it? All of them made it, including WePay did awesome. So all of the indexes and crypto and Magnificent Seven and WePay, all of these guys made over $1 for the month. So QDTE made $1.05, RDTE made $1.29, YBTC made $1.83, YETH made $1.69, Maggie made $1.51, and WePay made $3.83. So WePay was definitely a good buy on my part. This payment is all over the place, but it's still good. So 88 cents, 73 cents, 85 cents, 73 cents, 62 cents, whatever. $3.83 on this one. And there you go. Now, Roundhill weekly payers. Again, Roundhill was just a good buy in general. So the Roundhill indexes, crypto, Maggie, and WePay, all these guys made over $1 for the month. Also, the Roundhill weekly payers look like, yeah, also all of these made over $1 for the month as well. Some of them made even more. If they made over $3, I made them green. So here we go. Um, the WePay was 383, so it's green. TSLW, $3.06. MVDW, $3.02. PLTW, I know Planeteer coverage is good, $3.73. So all of these are green. Coin made $2.96. It was really close. AAPW made $1.26. BRKW, this is like the lowest pair here. Again, I could probably because it costs so much for each individual. I don't know. It could be that. $1.01 they made for the month. The highest one here is HOOW, which is Robinhood coverage, made $6.35 for the month per share, which is awesome. AMZW made $1.67. METW made $1.78. NFLW made $1.63. AMDW, also another great one here, $4.84 for the month. That's great. That's really impressive. AVGW made $3.10 for the month. JOOW made $2.33 for the month. MSFW made $1.40 for the month, and MSTW made $2.02 for the month. So again, the best ones was HOOW, $6.34, 35 cents, and then AMDW $4.84. That's the Roundhill weekly pairs. Really, really awesome. And you get it, split out every week. You didn't really have to wait to the end of the month to get it. So that's the awesomeness of weekly payers, right? You didn't have to wait the whole month to get this. You got it piece by piece, which is good. It's really good. Now let's see. Rex shares. Who made it? Okay, MVII made it. $1.50, which is that's pretty good. And TSII made it $2.02. All right, directions didn't do so terrible. All right, so yeah, all right, all right, all right, all right. Now let's see. Granite shares. Who made it? Nope, 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 nope. MVYY made it $1.78. XBTY $1.35. COYY $1.85. AMYY $1.90. PLYY $1.86. MTYY $1.53. HOYY $2.57. That's good. SMYY $2.69. And then this one was pretty new, so it only had one payment, so nothing there. BCC made it. Had three payments in here. $1.04. Um, they missed the payday. This was included in September, so yeah. Nope. All right, now we're looking at group two. Hmm. Group two for Yield Max here. Who made it over $1? Who made it over $3? Let's see. AMDY made $1.37. Babu made $2.59. This is also probably including their monthly payments too. Obviously, you know. Um, CBNY made $2.47. Dre made $2.57. Oh, the dollar. Okay, gold. Gold made $1.40. Oh my God. Hui made $8.02. You guys know we had that 5.94 payment and then 73 cents and then just now $1.34. So yeah, $8.02 on this one. So Hui did excellent this month in Yield Max. Wow, that's great. That's great. Maro made $2.58. Misty actually made over $1. Here we go. Misty, if we waited for the whole month, we would have got $1. So Misty, 1.01. $1.01 on that one. Nvidia did it too. Nvidia $1.21. Pallady, awesome. Pallady made $6. They had a payment already. It was in group A or B. Then it started going weekly. So there you go. So $6.01 on Pallady. RDYY had a group A or B payment as well. And then they had 142.60 and $1.03. So $4.12 on that one. RDYY. And then let me see what we got here. SMYY made $1.31. Snowy made $1.28. And Tesla made $1.27. So highlighters for group two is RDYY with $4.12. Pallady with $6.01. And Hui with $8.02. This is great. $8.02. That's amazing. All right, so that's the highlighters, and that's what you would have made per month for these weekly payers that I happen to own. If you own the other ones, sorry, I don't track them. I don't track the ones that I don't hold myself. So there you go. So that's what it looks like. So out of the green ones, green did really well. So Roundhill weekly payers had a lot of green ones. And again, Robinhood coverage. Robinhood coverage everywhere, I think, did good. So Robinhood coverage for Roundhill did good. Robinhood coverage for Granite Shares did pretty good too, 257. And then Robinhood coverage for Yield Max, $8.02. So Robinhood coverage everywhere looks good right now. And that's the numbers, guys. Again, let's close it out with the weekly pairs. We're up to 113 weekly pairs right now. You can literally get paid every day of the week, sometimes twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays for the weekly pay, bi-weekly payer. And we got two new gold ones here. Either one, I don't know. One is a gold miners and one is a gold trust. Anything gold related right now is a good choice. They also have a gold one in Max. They also have a gold one in Defiance. Now they have a gold in Roundhill. So gold anywhere. Actual coins, like I said, if your parents, grandparents, or you personally hold any gold coins, they are worth a lot more now. I hope a lot of people didn't start selling their stuff off when they saw gold back in the days at 2 grand, and they had all those "We Buy Gold" signs in front of the jewelry store. You can't trust jewelry stores. You should have knew something was coming. You saw jewelry stores buying gold, and especially like I said, all those old school um, rappers that had those heavy, heavy gold chains. I hope you guys still got those in your house because they're worth 2 times as much as the last time it was the big gold, turning your gold for money kind of thing. And you're just missing out right now if you didn't do it. Like I said, I got 3 coins that I bought for a grand each from Apex. I buy at Apex. They deliver it right to your house. You hold it yourself. A lot of people have those other ones that companies hold it for you. I never trusted that. I figure like that people can run off, and do they really have the goal at all if I'm not holding it? I don't feel comfortable with that. But then again, you could say the same thing about crypto coins. Like I don't hold my own coins either. Some people do take it off the system and put it in their wallets. But I really can't even imagine what I would do if I lose that little USB stick or something. So I leave my crypto coins online, but I never leave my gold coins online. I actually take full delivery for gold because I like to hold it in my hand. So that's it. I like to hold the gold in my hand. So I take the gold delivery. I did buy my gold from Apex. They put it right to the post, comes right to your door. You sign for it, or they put it in your mailbox. If you have a locked mailbox, they do. I don't know about the ones that have roadside mailboxes. I don't know. My mailbox is a lock. You have to unlock it with a key, so that's probably different. But I do buy gold from Apex. I'm not advertising for them, but I'm just saying who actually delivers and whose gold is really gold. If you take it in a store, you can check it. It's the right percentage that it's supposed to be. So Apex gold coins, how much are they going for now? Who knows? The American Eagles. Let's see. 1 ounce. All right, that's 1/10. Here's 1 ounce. 1 ounce is going for $4,237.19 right now. Like I said, back in the days, you could have picked these bad boys up from $1,000 to $1,500, and now this is not even gold price. This is, you're paying for the coin. You're paying for the coin. You're paying extra 200 and change on top of the spot price that we got right now. Spot price is 4,037. You got to pay $4,237 to get one coin, and you can sell it for $4,037 if you're good, depending on where you get for the day. When you actually go to the store, if you get it on a down day, that's a whole nother story. If you wanted to buy half an ounce, $2,191. 1/4. This is a really small coin. Now you can only get the 1/4 of an ounce for $1,130. This used to be like 250, and now it's $1,030. So yeah, I tell you, those old guys that bought the coins or the collectors are probably laughing and saying, "I knew it. I knew gold was gonna make a comeback right now," because it did. It made a comeback. Same coin, I got the paperwork for this bad boy. Was like 1,000 and something for an ounce, and now $4,237. So just amazing. It's just tell you stuff will, it's gonna come back. Gold is definitely always a good thing to buy. Just always a good thing to buy. Always. Look at this one. 2025. 20 coins. You want 20 coins? You got to invest $85,000 right now if you want 20 gold coins in a tube. 85,000. Outrageous. But anyway, good old gold is back in effect. Even silver. Like I said, silver used to be $15. Again, Maple Leaf is a good one from Canada. How much are they charging for that? $55 now. These things used to be like 20 bucks or $15 and now it's $55 and you can still only sell it for $49. So it's up $5 from the selling price. You can still I got a lot of these that I bought for like $15. So yeah, either one, silver or gold coins is yeah, you did a good job if you bought it a couple of years ago. Good job, good job, good job. So that's it. That's the video. Obviously, it all came down to gold. Gold is the key today, and gold is the new ones from Roundhill. So I'm gonna see which of those I buy today. One of those gold ones is gonna get one of them and see what happens. So that's the video. Have a great weekend, guys. See you again next time.